every time that you get done with doing something, like this shit crazy. Like I just recorded a new episode on King Nona Uncensored, which is on Spotify. You know what I'm saying? Which is on Apple Podcasts and all that, Google Podcasts and all that. I just recorded an episode called "The Changing of the Guard." Right, and right when I get done, I get this horrible news. So if you're not reading the title, Ja Morant is out for the season with a labrum tear in his shoulder because, he experienced soreness the last few days and he's been in and out of certain games. And bro, this is fucked up. This fucking sucks because I was looking forward to watching the Memphis Grizzlies, and I made a prediction too that's over. Memphis Grizzlies season is over, bro. I hate to say it. While they'll be competitive, they won't be able to close out games as good because Ja Morant made Marcus Smart look like an all-star. Desmond Bain, he scores like an all-star, he defends like one, but he's not the same player unless 12 is in the lineup. Jaren Jackson Jr. gets better looking opportunities when Ja Morant is on the floor. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just, as a fan of Ja Morant's, I wanted him to make that bounce back. Now, yeah, I've made my share of gun jokes and, you know, joked about Ja, you know, and all that. But I'm a fan. No one, I want to see him on the court. He's a dog. He's a top 15 NBA player when he's 100% and healthy. Maybe top 10 to some. But yeah, this is a horrible situation, bro. And I'm sad because I was looking forward. Yeah. Right, Eli. Right, Taco. Like, crazy. Yeah, Ja Morant was diagnosed with a torn labrum in his shoulder and he is out for the season. For those just checking in. And I'm in disbelief at this point because Ja was in pure all-star form in the games that we've seen. Like, I was waiting on this moment. Like, I came home to watch this motherfucker play. You know what I'm saying? No, it happened a couple of games ago. No, it just didn't happen. He was out the last game that they played. But he had injured it in one of the earlier games that he played. But, they thought it wasn't a serious injury. Yeah, he got hurt in the game. He definitely got hurt during a game. I don't remember what game it exactly happened in, but Ja was missing like certain games. He wouldn't play back-to-backs for some reason, and we didn't know why. Because, he would play great in a game, and then the next game he would miss. He would miss the next game, and he was experiencing soreness in that shoulder. And when they did, he's not going to be the same after this injury. Yeah, a lot of people tore their labrums. That's the same injury that Dwight Howard had. You know what I'm saying? But I think Ja will recover though. I think Ja will get back to what he's doing after the surgery. I think Ja will be back. Dwight Howard was like at the end of his prime when he got hurt. I feel bad for 12. I just feel bad for Ja, man, because, he was just getting back out there and experiencing everything. But anyway, um, this is the thing. I just feel like, um, do you reckon it would have happened if he wasn't suspended? Mm, no. Yeah, man, I hate injuries. Like, this is just a live reaction because I just recorded my podcast episode, The Changing of the Guard, and I was just talking about how this young generation of players are taking over the game, and I mentioned Ja as one of them. And, I was also talking about Memphis and how I felt they were going to get the 10th play-in spot, you know, because of Ja and his return. And now we got to hear sad news about this, man. He had just bounced back. He had went through a lot. He had, he made a lot of mistakes, and, he had been reinstated and he had just come back, and we were enjoying it. Like, I couldn't wait to come home and watch John Morant play basketball. You know, I'm sad, man. I'm sad for the Grizzlies, as they're definitely going to miss the playoffs, even though Desmond Bain might be an all-star this year by the numbers, low key. Yeah, Steven Adams might be done, bro. You right about that. I agree. Yeah, man. It's not too many big men available, though. I think they have to maybe draft one. You know what I'm saying? I think they have to draft one because I don't think that they have the assets to trade for a good big right now. Yeah, of course, it put more eyes on him. It made him more popular, actually. It made John Morant more popular, his mistakes that he made. Yeah, man, I know, man. I know, Taco, bro. I'm not gonna call another man saucy. No, pause. I get what your name means, but nah, I ain't gonna do that. Pause that. But yeah, Taco, man, I feel you, bro. This shit sad as fuck, my nigga. I just really wanted to see Ja go on a miracle run. You know what I'm saying? I really thought that Memphis was going to make it to the play-in and maybe upset their way into a playoff spot. That's what I was thinking, but it's just a very unfortunate situation, man. I feel for Ja. I feel for the fans that were robbed of an opportunity to see him get back out there and do his thing. That labrum ain't no fucking joke. That's the same injury that Dwight Howard had, because he had a back injury and he had a torn labrum back to back. So he was unable to bounce back because of that career. Yeah, you're right about that. That's a very good point right there. Yeah, I definitely compare John to Derrick Rose. I agree. Oh, absolutely, Eli. No doubt. Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. I agree 1,000%. Yeah, man, I just put a podcast episode out on, it's located on Spotify, located on Apple Podcasts. It's King Known Uncensored. You know what I'm saying? I just talked about Ja and what Memphis was gonna do, and the changing of the guard as the youth are taking over. Guys like KD, LeBron, and all of them are being phased out. They're becoming a thing of the past. Oh man, come on, Taco. I'm a Pistons fan too, but come on, man. don't troll. I wish, man. I wish Detroit. Yeah, you since you're a Piston fan, I think, right? Yeah, Cade's about to miss a few games with an injury. Yeah, I agree. But Desmond Bain is putting up all-star numbers this year. Yeah, I know, man. Yeah, but the Pistons are a soft spot. I'm from Detroit, so I'm a Pistons fan, and I'm hurt. You know what I'm saying? Because most of my teams, stink this year, and I'm not a Lions fan, so I can't really enjoy the success of it because I'm a Patriots fan. The only team that's doing good, bro. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No doubt, Eli. Have a good one, bro. I'm about to get up out of here in about 60 seconds myself. I just wanted to give my final thoughts on this. Thank you. Thank you, man. Thanks for the subscription. Thanks for subscribing. I appreciate that. I'm not one of those guys that say like, comment, and subscribe and all that because I don't like to beg. I like to earn. I like to earn my subscribers. I like to earn my likes. You understand? Yeah, I got more content out there. I got a podcast I just put out. It's an hour. I got a podcast episode I just put out, an hour and 40 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And it's an amazing show. It's called Changing of the Guard. You can look for me on Spotify. I'm King No, man, uncensored. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, hey, the Bucks. Yeah, hey, the Bucks are contenders. I agree. Oh yeah, no doubt. Thank you, man. Thanks for the subscription, Taco, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, no doubt. Bucks winning it all. I mean, they got a chance. That team has been together for about 8 to 10 years. They got a chance. Boston's going to be a tough out, but my question about Boston is Porzingis going to be healthy? That's the key right there. Because if Porzingis is not healthy, the Bucks definitely got a shot. They have to get their defense together. They're not the same defensive team. And then Jay Crowder's got to come back from injury. Pat Connaughton's got to step up a little bit more. The Bucks have enough for sure. 4-1-4. Yeah, they got a chance to contend. You know what I'm saying? Because Denver going to be tough. They're going to be a tough out. You know what I'm saying? Denver and the Clippers, them the two teams right there that I see doing stuff in the West. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in Minnesota and OKC yet. They are in the yeah, man. Yeah, mister. I get it, bro. Yeah, I know, man. It sucks we not gonna see 12 no more this year. That's why I had to go live because I just dropped a podcast episode. Yeah, I agree with the Celtics not being consistent enough, but I think Porzingis is the factor. Porzingis and Derek White are going to be the major factors in them winning the championship. I mean, Brown and Tatum are going to do what they do. You know what I'm saying? But they need Porzingis and White. Tatum has to show up in the big games. Like the game sevens and the closeout games. Tatum sometimes be in and out. And Brown, pick up where he where he's slacking at. But the key factor for me, and that bench is kind of shaky. You got almost damn near 40-year-old Horford. Sam Hauser's inconsistent. Peyton Pritchard is inconsistent. So, yeah, I'm not going to forget about Drew. Drew, we don't even have to talk about Drew. His resume speaks for itself. We know Drew's going to be that perimeter defender and all that and a low-key scorer when he needs to be. But I feel like Porzingis is that X factor that puts them over the top that can, go head up against Denver. You know what I'm saying? I ain't forgot Drew. I already know what Drew's resume speaks for itself. He's an NBA champion and an all-world high God-level defender and an underrated rebounder and can push that point very well. But my only issue is they don't tell Drew to just play point guard. Brown and Tatum like to create difficult shots for themselves. You know what I'm saying? That's their problem. They run too much ISO when Drew Holiday can make their game a lot easier. And then, they're missing out on easy opportunities with the pick and roll and the give and go instead of going into ISO and taking difficult shots, difficult contested shots. They think that they could just shoot over people because they're taller than the average shooting guard and small forward. I feel like if Tatum and Brown distribute the ball, they'll be dangerous. And then you got guys that can pass. They need to just move the ball like the old San Antonio Spurs used to. If they can add that to their game, they can definitely win a championship, in my opinion. But me, I just think that Denver is going to repeat, in my opinion. Repeat. Lakers are a first round out. Either a play-in out or a first round out. They're in trouble. There's a lot of finger pointing going on in the organization. There's a lot of, this you might not like this, but I think that if the Lakers trade LeBron James, because he is the root of all the problems, he's got everybody going against each other. He's got everybody on the team turning on Darvin Ham. He's got everybody all out of sync, and I just don't like. I don't like how he's dissing D'Lo. Like, you remember how he was celebrating on the sideline and LeBron was just sitting over there pouting. Even though the Lakers did play well against the Clippers, yes, LeBron closed out the game. I'll give him that. He played well in that game. He was excellent. But however, it's just too much finger pointing. It's too much internal beefs within that roster because, the news be leaking all of the trade rumors out there. And, they call him the GM, so they think he's responsible for this, even though he's not 100% responsible for that. Even though they're trying to bring in clutch sports clients like Zach LaVine, like DeJounte Murray, and Austin Reeves and D'Angelo Russell and Rui Hashimura's names come up. So that's causing a divide in that locker room. And it's a lot of finger pointing after losses. Like, the Lakers have lost 7 out of 10 games. I don't see them. I see them going to the play-in and either losing that opening play-in game and or losing in the first round of the playoffs. The Lakers, honestly, yeah, I know Ja's done. Yeah, man. I'm trying to take my mind off of what just happened to Ja. I'm glad y'all are in here answering questions, and I'm glad I got some new subscribers tonight. Something just told me to go live. No, they won't. No, they won't. I think they're too far behind. I think they're too far behind. They're not going to be. Yeah, you're right. Darvin Ham is a hell of a coach. And it's a shame that he's not getting the respect that he deserved, because last year he took this team from a 12th seed to a 7th seed last year, to winning their playing game, to locking up their 7th spot, leading this team in his rookie coaching season to the Western Conference Finals. But I'm going to tell it to you now, bro. They are not going back to the Western Conference Finals. You can forget it. They are not beating Denver in a 7-game series. Now, the Clippers maybe. Okay? No, they don't. They don't need no more help. They don't need no help. They don't need no help. This is the same team from last year, but they added Gabe Vincent. You know what I'm saying? They re-signed Reeves. They re-signed Rui. They re-signed Vanderbilt. They added Christian Wood. They don't need no help. They don't need no help. I don't give a fuck how old they are. I don't give a fuck. This is the same team that went to the Western Conference Finals. They don't need no goddamn help. And then they hoeing. They're not old. LeBron is old. I'll give you that. AD body is 39 years old. I'll give you that. But AD ain't been hurt this year that much. AD has played a majority of the games, and he's been an all-star, and he's been playing. DeJounte Murray could help them out, but they don't really need him. D'Angelo Russell's getting hoed and thrown in and out of the lineup. This is Darvin Ham's main flaw. This is why the players are turning on him, because they don't have a consistent starting lineup. No. It's not that I don't like the Lakers. Have you watched the Lakers play this season? They're struggling right now. They're on the struggle bus. All of these teams are passing them in the standings. You got an OKC team who is young and ready to go. You got Minnesota, who is a big surprise. And I don't believe in Minnesota. I don't believe in the Timberwolves. They got to win a playoff series, right? The Clippers, I think a lot of teams are going to finish higher than the Warriors. The Warriors are in trouble too. The Warriors are in the same spot as the Lakers, but the Lakers probably going to make the play-in. Adam Silver is not going to allow LeBron and them to not have a chance to at least make the playoffs. That's a team that needs to make a move. Oh, yeah. The Lakers are struggling. They hit a slump after they won that in-season tournament. They got all arrogant. They got all cocky after winning that Mickey Mouse chicken wing, Church's chicken tournament championship bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's not that I don't like the Lakers. I feel I had the Lakers as the number 2 seed in the offseason because they bought back the same team and they added. They added Taurean Prince. They added Cam Reddish. They added Gabe Vincent. They added Christian Wood. And then, they bought up Max Christie. No, man, the only reason why they got into the playoffs last year was because AD went sicko mode. AD went crazy. AD was balling. And I worry about AD and LeBron getting hurt. Thank you for the sub 414, Sal. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'm not one of those YouTubers that's like, comment, and subscribe. I'm not begging for my likes, my comments, or subscriptions. I want to earn them. Yeah, he could go to another level, but they got issues. They're a little bit far behind, but they have a better chance than the Warriors of returning to glory. The Warriors need to make a move. They got unhappy players too. They're hoeing Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody. Draymond Green's been gone for a long time, and Kuminga is not getting starters minutes. The Warriors or the Lakers? I think the Lakers are 2 games behind 500. They're 2 games under 500. But here's the problem, though. Here's the problem. Utah has won 7 out of 10, and I had Utah as a sleeper team. They're coming. You know what I'm saying? Pause. Like, Utah has won 7 out of 10. They're hot right now. They've hit a stride. I had Utah as my sleeper team. They had me looking crazy because they struggled to begin this season, but they're playing a lot better and they on the way. Now, the only saving grace for the Lakers is just the fact that Ja Morant got hurt tonight. They can make the play-in because I wasn't sure if they was going to make the playoffs, but this Ja injury, I say the Lakers go to the play-in, but I don't know if they're going to come out of there because who's currently play-in bound. You know what I'm saying? You got the Warriors, you got the Jazz, you got Phoenix, you got Houston. Houston is a sleeper also because they have the right combination of young players and veterans. I know. So if the Lakers make play-in, would they beat the Warriors? Ooh, it depends. Hey, check this out. So that's a very good question, bro. Very good question. If the Lakers make play-in, would they beat Warriors? They should be able to beat them, but we have to factor in something. The trade deadline. What will the Lakers do at the trade deadline? They're going to be active at the trade deadline just like they were last year. You know what I'm saying? I think the Lakers will be active. I think the Lakers are going to make a move. DeJounte Murray can't help them. I do agree with that because that would give them a true point. The Lakers don't have a true point guard. LeBron James is too old to play point guard because all these other point guards will bust his ass. They will kill him. Guys like Ja, God bless Ja and everything. Niggas like Luka, Kyrie, they'll kill this nigga. He's too old to play the point. He got to play the old man Karl Malone game. He got to get on the block and post these little niggas up because everybody that plays the 4 are smaller than Bron. Bron could easily get 15 to 17 points in the post because there's not many players that play that post except the Nikola Jokic's and the Joel Embiid's of the world. Bron need to get on that block. I think if Bron get on the block, he'll create more opportunities for his teammates. But I feel like the Lakers are probably going to make a big trade. Adam Silver, let them do whatever the fuck they want to do. I already know what time it is. I truly think that the Lakers are probably going to make a move. The Warriors should make a move. They should go after Siakam or Levine. The Warriors need a 20-point per game scorer that's around 25 years old to 30 years old. And the Warriors need a stretch 5. I mean, with the Jazz recent winning streak, though, with the Utah Jazz recent winning streak, I don't think they're going to let go of marketing. They would have to, they would, the Jazz offer for marketing is the same one that they got for Gobert. The haul that they got for Gobert, that's what they want for marketing. He's good and all. He would fit what the Warriors are doing, but I don't know. I think they need something younger than Bogdanovich. Hey, man, low key, I would get the younger Bogdanovich who's in Atlanta. I think that would be a better fit for that Warriors team. That young Bogdanovich, I think that would be much better because Atlanta's going to shit any fucking way. They're done. What I think that Atlanta should do, it's time to, it might be that time to trade Trae Young. And I think that he should go to the Spurs to help Victor Wembanyama out because he was the one that was talking about those guys on the Spurs not giving Victor Wembanyama the ball. And I think he would be the perfect match for him. That would be a pretty good duo for the future because they tried. Atlanta tried. You would think that after going to the Eastern Conference Finals, you know what I'm saying, that they would be better. Ooh, Miles Turner. Yeah, but I don't think Indiana's going to trade him. But with the recent Tyrese Halliburton injury, that could happen. I mean, I could see that. I could see like a Kuminga Moody for fucking Miles Turner and Buddy Hield type of thing going on. I could see something like that. Maybe you got to throw in another big contract, you know what I'm saying, to make that work. Because Draymond, Steph, and Clay, I don't know what it is about them and young players that have talent. I don't know what it is. They just don't mix. Steph, Clay, and Draymond want to play with players that are ready. LeBron has been past his prime, in my opinion. What he's doing for the age of 39 is great, don't get me wrong, but he's been past his prime. But he's in a league where they don't play defense. He's in a league where nobody can legitimately stop him because they're either too small or they just don't play no defense. Like, look at teams like Phoenix. I disagree with that. LeBron's not in his prime anymore. LeBron is in a league where they don't play no defense, and there aren't many perimeter defenders that can keep up with him, and there aren't many elite big men. There aren't any elite shot blockers. So LeBron is going to thrive in that system. Yeah, I agree. He's top 10 for sure. This year, yeah. I'd put him at 10 or 9, though. But he's definitely a top 10 player in the league. I'll give him that. Because he's playing well. But his team's not doing that good. I understand that, but that doesn't mean that he's in his prime, though. He's past his prime. But he's playing well because the system that they're in is the LeBron system. But the LeBron system is a gift and a curse. That LeBron system is actually holding them back, if you ask me. I think they need to move Bron, in my opinion, and have him go to a different team because this team is not it. This team ain't it. But DeJounte Murray can help them. But LeBron needs that ball in his hands, Yeah, I agree with that, but I'm not impressed because he's not winning championships anymore. Now, LeBron is a good player. Oh, I don't know. Trading LeBron is like trading Michael Jordan. It's going to be hard to trade him. But I think they should trade him because I feel like AD can lead that team if healthy. Oh, Lord. Please don't bring up no, man. Don't do that to LeBron. Don't bring him here to Detroit. No, don't do that. Don't do that, cuz. Don't do that. That would be wild. Oh, you from Detroit too? What up, though? Yeah, I was raised on 8 Mile. I'm from the west side. Shout out to Detroit. Man, no, don't do that to Bron. But, hey, check that. But check this shit out. Hey, they would. Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. That would be the only way that they would play together. Bronny, right? I agree. I agree. Yeah, man. That's the only way that they would get Bronny, bro. Hold up 1 second, y'all. Yeah, my bad. I just got a message and all that. Brown and I mean that would be the only way, but I'm not the biggest LeBron fan, but I respect the game. I respect his what he brought to basketball and his career and all that. But I mean, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, but Cleveland got a young team. I wouldn't necessarily break that up to bring LeBron back. LeBron would have to take a pay cut because I like that Cleveland team right now as it is set up right now. I mean, yeah, I'm not saying that he ain't a pro's pro. I mean, he's all right, but I don't think he's in his prime. I just think that it's a league that if you look at the points per game of the league, it's a lot more scoring. It's not a lot of defense being played. Yeah, he can lead a young team, but I'm not sure if he could win a championship. I don't think he's going to win another championship though. I don't think so. I think that he's helped as far as player empowerment and as far as getting the players, more, you know, more right to make decisions, but I don't know about that. He's a gift and a curse to the NBA. I'm gonna say because a lot of the players are acting more like divas. Yeah, I get that. That's all I'm saying. His numbers are good, but it's a different league. All of the numbers are inflated. If cats like Jordan, Bird, Kobe, and all of them were in this league right now, they would average like 35, 36 points. Imagine Iverson in this era. Iverson would average 40 in this league. They don't play defense. It's no hand checking. And all of those guys were scoring all of those points in that defensive era. You know what I'm saying? Like if you imagine if you put 80s, 90s, 2000 scores in this era right now, all of those numbers would be inflated. Like imagine that season that Kobe averaged 35, right? That shit would be 42, 43, 44 points per game. I mean, this is the same dude that scored 81 in the game in a defensive era. So imagine Kobe would have broke that fucking record. Yeah, man. Of course I remember the '04 Pistons, dog. I miss those days when we were actually fucking relevant and we actually played defense. No, I think those guys in that era would adapt to this era. Trust me. Yes, I agree. I miss that, man. Should have never let go of Ben Wallace, man, in '06. Should have never let go of Ben Wallace. If we would have kept Ben Wallace, we would have won at least two more championships. And if we would have drafted Carmelo Anthony, that still gives me PTSD. Still gives me PTSD. Can you imagine? Because all they needed was another 20-point score. Yeah, Ben Wallace, man. Ben Wallace was my guy. He definitely deserved to be in the Hall of Fame. Hands fucking down. All 5 of their jerseys need to be retired. Chauncey, my favorite point guard of all time. Chauncey's my favorite point guard of all time. Yeah, Chauncey's my favorite point guard ever. Like, if I were to start a team, I want Chauncey at point. And then I put a bunch of star players around him. You know what I'm saying? Ah, right. 2K ain't been shit since then. I agree. But yeah, I mean, I see that LeBron, you know what I'm saying? He's great. Oh, it's gonna take them a while. Portland has to find an identity. Portland hasn't found their identity. I think once Scoot Henderson gets the opportunity to start, I think that's when the team will make its turnaround. It's going to be a while for them. It's going to be a couple of years. I just hope they don't fire Chauncey too soon. That's what I'm worried about. I don't want him to be an assistant coach on the sideline. I think they have to realize what they got and work with it. I kind of like Brogdon on the Blazers. I kind of like that because he could be that veteran, but the West is a little bit too crowded. I think they need about 2-3 years to develop that team. Yeah, Simon's got potential to be an all-star. But it's got to be a lot of player movement for Portland to get into play-in. It's got to be a lot of injuries and stuff like that. But, the show I came out with tonight about the changing of the guard, you know what I'm saying? That Phoenix team is disappointing. I know they all been hurt, but that's no excuse. You got 3 all-star caliber players on that team, and Phoenix can't stop a nosebleed. The reason why the Lakers are not that good is because they don't play defense either. There's no defense. AD's the only person that played defense on that team consistently. Meanwhile, you got a guy like Gabe Vincent that plays defense a little bit, Taurean Prince, Jarrett Vanderbilt, and they are not the same players they were last year. And I felt like Darvin Ham pulled Austin Reeves out of that starting lineup earlier in the season because he wasn't the guy that he thought he was. Monty was a name. It's ownership. It's ownership. The owner doesn't give a fuck about winning basketball. He looks at the Pistons as a payday, and people were selling out the arena. Now they not selling out the arena because you remember the fans was yelling, sell the team, sell the team. That's when Gorez came out and was like, look, we promise. Look, I'm sorry, man, because he was in hiding. Once they did that sell that team shit, that's when he finally came out and said that we're going to try to put a winning organization together. Gorez don't give a fuck. I think we need a different owner. I think if they had an owner like Mark Cuban, an owner like Steve Ballmer that's willing to push the limits of the luxury tax to bring talent to Detroit, then the shit will turn around. But unfortunately, nobody's going to want to come to Detroit, a team that lost 28 games straight. Nobody wants to come here unless they from here. Ha! Shit. 2030? I'm going to keep it a beam with y'all. It's going to be a long time. You remember the movie Lean on Me. You remember when Joe Clark went back to Eastside High and saw how fucked up it was 20 years after he left it? It's going to take that type of miracle. Detroit is fucked. They have to change ownership. Troy Weaver's been here a little bit too long. He's had more than enough time to develop and draft players. He should be fired. I think that we need to also send Monty Williams on his way and just pay him his contract and realize that we fucked up and make a mistake. Put that motherfucker on a stretch provision like we did Josh Smith. We just paid off. He just paid off. Josh Smith a couple years ago. Stretch provision, Monty Williams. Just pay him his money. Send him on his way. I know there aren't many coaches, but give a young up-and-coming coach a shot. I would have gave Sam Cassell or Brian Shaw an opportunity to coach this team. At least they're a little bit more seasoned as assistant coaches. And I feel like B. Shaw and Sam Cassell haven't gotten that opportunity to be a head coach. I think Sam Cassell could really help this team. Or I could be reaching, maybe Rajon Rondo. Rajon Rondo could be a coach. He's a leader. He's led a lot of teams. I'd give him a first shot. Nah, Doc is ass. Doc is fucking ass. I would not. No, fuck no, no, no. This man has had God level rosters and has underachieved with all of them. We all know that Boston Celtics team should have won 2 or 3 more championships. We all know those Clippers teams should have won at least 1 championship. We all know that Sixers team with Embiid and James Harden should have at least made it to the finals. No, Doc Rivers is overrated. Doc Rivers is ass. Doc Rivers has blown more 3-1 leads than any coach in NBA history. No, Doc should stay being an announcer. No, his coaching days are over with. The only way that he could probably coach is if he'd be an assistant coach. He could be a good assistant to somebody. He could be a team consultant somewhere. But Doc's coaching days are over. He's done. He's ass. No, I don't want him in Detroit. That's worse than Monty Williams. Monty Williams needs to be on a team where they're veteran players. He could coach veteran. No. Stan Van Funky? Stan Van Junkie? Stan Van Chunky? No. Stan needs to stay at being an announcer. No. Because remember we made him the GM and he made Drummond the number 1 option? I don't give a fuck about all that history that Andre Drummond making right now. He's on the wrong side of history because he's what is he 2-12 in the playoffs? I think Larry is comfortable where he's at. Larry don't want to coach no more, especially a shitty team like this one. Larry Brown got to coach a ready-made team. No. Give Sam Cassell, Brian Shaw. Them the only 2 coaches that I'll fuck with. Everybody else, no. I don't see it. Yeah, Larry Brown fuck around and stress the fuck out. He'll be in fucking Pop's position in fucking San Antonio. Pop got old very fucking fast. You see that because, when Duncan Ginobili and all them was around, he had that slick back. Now that shit is just gone. I know Pop old, but he looked a lot younger when the Spurs were contending. That's all I'm going to say about that one. But no, man. Pistons, they're fucked. They're super fucked because this is the thing. They don't know how to play defense. They don't know their position defensively on the court. Like, Cade Cunningham can't check nobody. Jaden Ivey can't check nobody. Bojan Bogdanovic can't check nobody. Jalen Duren can't check nobody. Isaiah Stewart gets bodied by the taller, bigger players. Yeah, I saw that. Aging pop faster. They don't know how to play defense. And if they can't play defense, you're not going to win games. Pistons don't know how to stop nobody. And a lot of teams have that problem. The Lakers have the same problem. The Suns have the same problem. The Warriors have the same problem as Detroit. They can't fucking stop nobody. And that's why they lose games. That's why the Warriors lose so many games. They ain't got no defense. Like, if you can't defend one-on-one, I suggest you play zone. You remember when the Mavericks was disguising their defenses against the Heat? Rick Carlisle's a genius. They need to play more zone because they can't defend one-on-one. They not fucking with nobody. Like, nobody on the Suns can check anyone. Nobody on the Suns can lock anyone up. Nobody on the Warriors can lock nobody up. Nobody on the Lakers can lock nobody up. Nobody can play defense on them teams. And yes, I agree, Steve Kerr need to go. He's overstayed his welcome. He has a great legacy. But you know what the missing piece of the pie is on the Warriors that not enough people are talking about? The absence of Mike Brown. Mike Brown brought that defensive tenacity to that team. And now you see what Sacramento's doing with that tenacity. They're winning. Mike Brown is the X factor on these coaching staffs. Now, he may not have been able to win a championship on his own, but he's won Coach of the Year twice. He has a great resume. And the Warriors are missing him, and they're also missing Jerron Collins as well on that staff. I think those guys bought, they hid Kerr's flaws as a coach. And I think that's another reason why the Warriors suck. But it's a changing of the guard. The Suns, Warriors, and Lakers got guys that are being like, these young players are running right past them. Anthony Edwards blowing past these niggas. Pause. Ja Morant, until he got hurt, unfortunately, which was the basis of this video or whatever. Ja Morant was killing. Luka and Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? These young cats, Giannis, Dame, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, all the KDs and the Bronze of the world are being phased out. And it's unfortunate that Devin Booker, being as young as he is and a part of that young class, it's a changing of the guard of the league. Yeah, Embiid gonna win his second MVP in a row. Because now he added passing to his game. He's doing what Jokic is doing and playing defense. So he probably gonna win that shit. Thank you, Taco. I appreciate you for watching this stream. Y'all made this stream a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, man, I just take, this Ja news. I just came on here as a Ja Morant fan, and I was sad because I really wanted Memphis to get that 10th play-in spot. Now it's looking like, I think the Lakers are a lock for a play-in spot now. I mean, he could, but Embiid got to go to a championship. He got to lead that team to a championship. He's never been out of the second round of the playoffs. That's the only way I'm going to really take Embiid serious, is if he goes out there and wins a topic. Oh, no. Hey, they could watch the first 15 minutes of this motherfucker. Y'all were making good suggestions and y'all were asking me great questions. That's the purpose of having a live where you could talk to subscribers and people that are wandering around the internet. It don't matter. It can get off topic. That's cool. Everybody that I watch live streams, they all do this. All the people that I subscribe to, they all do this. It's going to get off topic because people are going to get on here. Oh, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, this ain't bad. This is a good look for me. Shit. Can use more subscribers. I'm trying to get monetized. I'm trying to get my money, a new source of income. Shit. Oh, no problem, because a lot of people will ignore people in the comments. I'm not that type of guy. I will read the comments. I will interact. Oh, yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. We definitely talking about NBA, but I'm going to get up off of here at about 11 o'clock, but I was just talking about my podcast episode that was called, oh yeah, I'm keeping it up. I'm going to go live more if I can't, if it's breaking news and shit. Like, I will go live. I got a podcast that's called King Nona Uncensored. You can check that shit out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and all that. I'm there. Or you could just do a simple Google search. You'll find me. I just put out an episode called The Changing of the Guard, where I speak on the younger generation of this NBA taking over. Yeah, of course. I have those. Like, I got old lives. I got old shows. Like, I've been on YouTube a long ass time, doing this podcast shit for about 5, 6, 7 years and being on YouTube for since YouTube came out, basically. I do lives during the playoffs. I had lives last year talking about predictions. I might go back and watch those and see how right I was and or how wrong I was. But, I got snippets of all my podcast episodes. I got playlists where, I talk about music too. I talk about, the stuff I like. You know what I'm saying? Not what everybody else like, but I talk about the stuff I like. I got little snippets on there. I got playlists. I got the NBA draft. I have my draft predictions. Thank you, Taco. Have a good one. Yeah, I got playlist of the team. I had the off-season grades. I got those playlists. They're all public. You can look through my playlist on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I fuck with the NBA. I'm a fan since my daddy was holding me in my arms before I was 1 year old. Once I came out the shit, you know what I mean? You know, my pops was holding me. Pistons with, 89, 90 Pistons, you know what I'm saying? I was born in 89, so, I was born to see the bad boys, you know what I mean? I might have not known what was going on because I was a baby and stuff, but I remember the little parades and stuff like that with the bad boy Raider uniforms. I'm older enough to have been around for that and then to celebrate with the '04 team. So, yeah, I love the NBA. I was mispronouncing the fuck out of a lot of the players' names and shit when I was a kid, but yeah, I've been a fan a long time. So I got playlists of my content that you could look at. But, I'm going to do my final word. I got to get back out here a little bit. But my final word is I'm going to miss Ja. I'm going to miss Ja Morant. And it's going to be sad. Like, I'm really emotional. I love 12. I got Ja Morant jersey at the crib. I'm a fan. I wanted redemption for Ja. And then I had, I got a lot more content. Oh, okay, you 31? All right, you kind of in my age group. You just a little bit younger. But, yeah, you've been around to see the evolution of the NBA and the greats like MJ, like Kobe. So you know the game. You know the game. I'm just honest. A lot of people don't like my content because I'm honest and they swear I don't know what the fuck I be talking about sometimes, but I'm just a very honest person and I go by what I see. But yeah, I have content where I talked about my predictions. I had predictions for the season. I did like the draft grades. I talked about how all of the players that were drafted in the first round. Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I like to earn your respect. I don't like to beg for it. I like to earn it. And yeah, just look through it, man. I'm going to be dropping some content, tonight. I'm going to be putting out videos related, snippets. I'm going to be putting out snippets from my latest episode. It's about 1 hour and 40 minutes, so I'm going to be emptying out all of that content. And then I still got my top 100 albums that I listened to in 2023 coming out. I'm still working on that as well. So I got a lot of content on the way, especially with all this news and shit. Oh boy, no, I missed that. I gotta check that out. I saw snippets of that. I didn't see it, but I'll check it out when I get back to the house. But I'm gonna get up off of here. Check out my content. I'm gonna say the link is going to be in the description. The link is going to be the link to my episodes and to my Spotify account is going to be in the description. It's 1 hour and 40. Oh, okay. Right. Yeah, because I dropped a new episode called Changing of the Guard. It's 1 hour and 40 minutes. And I break down all the teams. I talk about most of the teams anyway in the NBA. About who's in trouble, who's got a chance. Because I just got through talking about how I think Memphis was going to get the 10 seed and shit. Now it's over. And I wasn't sure about the Lakers. But now I'm sure. Lakers definitely making the play-in. They a lock. But yeah, I'm going to get up off of here. I want to thank all of you who watched this, who commented, who decided to talk to me and come and fuck with me tonight. I appreciate it. I want to thank you so fucking much. Y'all made this a fun live. I wasn't expecting to be on this bitch an hour. Shit, I was out here doing my thing and shit. So, Thank you, man. Thank you. You have a good night too. Detroit, stand up.